Hey guys, I'm Cooper Carter, and this beautiful instrument is the brand new 20th anniversary John Petrucci Signature Edition from Ernie Ball Music Man. Way back in the fall of 2006, I got my very first Ernie Ball Music Man guitar. This one right here. It's a JP6 from the original run of John Petrucci's signature line that now has many, many instruments in it. At this time, there was only the JP6 and the 7-string, the JP7. It's got a basswood body. It's got a beautiful maple neck. There have, of course, since been many, many different versions, with one coming almost every year or so. But this guitar is still such an incredible instrument all of these years later. This guitar is really where I got very, very serious about playing, was playing many, many hours a day throughout the later part of high school and college. This guitar and I have been through a lot together. It's been through a lot of tours. It's seen a lot of shows, a lot of songs. It's a beautiful, beautiful instrument. But this year, there's a really special event that we're all celebrating in the Ernie Ball Music Man family, because even longer ago, in 2001, John Petrucci joined the Ernie Ball Music Man family. He began talking with Sterling and the rest of the people at Music Man about what it would mean to create a signature instrument that would not only be the perfect guitar for his style of playing, but would also be something that would inspire a lot of other guitar players across a wide variety of genres. This John Petrucci signature line, the 6, the BFR, the 10, the 11, the 15, all the way up to the Majesty, has been one of the most played signature instruments in the world. You can see it on stages as varied as Michael Jackson to Zac Brown Band and everyone in between. So it's really an amazing testament to the work that Ernie Ball Music Man and John Petrucci have done together over the last 20 years. There is a wonderful documentary on Ernie Ball Music Man's channel that traces the evolution of this line and John's work with them, which I highly recommend you guys check out. But today we are here to talk about this gorgeous instrument, the commemorative 20th anniversary edition of the JP6. This takes the original form factor of the very first John Petrucci signature and updates it with a lot of the features that people have come to love over the years from the later editions in the signature line, borrowing from the 15, the Majesty, and everything in between. Now, I should mention, for those who do love the Majesty, there is also a 20th anniversary commemorative edition of the Majesty, and both that and this JP6 are available in 6 and 7-string versions in limited quantities. So if you guys do dig this guitar, I do highly recommend you pick it up as soon as possible. This guitar features a beautiful flame maple top with a honey butter burst finish. As you guys can see, when you get to the edge and these bursts, they're actually gold flecks that sparkle and catch the light. It's black gold pearl, it's called. The body is Honduran mahogany, and it features the forearm cutout that was featured on the original JP6. If you guys catch that documentary on Ernie Ball's channel, you can hear all about the design and the process behind figuring out how to make this scoop perfect for your forearm to rest on when you're playing. A really neat innovation there. The neck is also mahogany. It's got this gorgeous figuring in here. And I mean, look at the back of this guitar, it's crazy. Like the back of this, the figuring in this wood is just gorgeous. The finish really brings out the wood, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful instrument. There are, of course, stainless steel frets. You've got all the features you've come to expect from John Petrucci's signature instruments. You've got locking tuners on the head, which I always say I think should be mandatory on every guitar. You pair that with this incredibly smooth Ernie Ball Music Man signature tremolo, and you've got tuning stability for days, no matter how crazy you go on the whammy bar. It is just a joy to play these instruments. If you guys have seen any demos I've done of them, you know what a fan I am of these. You've also got these really cool gold inlays, the shields up the neck, and then at the top you've got the JP initials there. And on the back here, you have a laser etched 20th anniversary John Petrucci signature backplate, which is very, very cool. It's actually etched into the backplate there. You've probably also noticed this awesome gold and black hardware combo. You've got the matte black on the trim arm and the bridge, and then these kind of gold highlights around the electronics, and then the black tuning heads, and you've actually got little gold screws holding the tuning pegs on, which is really cool. The attention to detail on this is great, and obviously is befitting something that's commemorating such a momentous 20 years. As far as the electronics, this guitar really brings to bear all of the fruits of the last 20 years of innovation. It has all of the same features you've come to expect from the more recent editions of this guitar line. The push-push volume knob, which brings in up to 20 dB of gain. It's almost like having a drive pedal inside of the guitar. I never really need a drive pedal live because I just kick this on for solos or a dirtier tone. You've got the push-push tone knob, which splits the pickups so that in the middle position of the three-way selector, you've got two different options for tone, knob up and knob down. It's also got a piezo acoustic pickup in the bridge with a beautiful acoustic tone that you'll hear in a little bit, and two outputs so you can either split the magnetic and piezo pickups or send them through one stereo cable that splits into a Y, and you can split your tone at the end of your signal chain. Up here, you've got the switch that selects between magnetic and piezo blended, and you can adjust the level of the piezo here. And then up top, you've got just piezo. Makes it really nice for switching, especially if you have the stereo or two cables coming out. And it also, on the magnetic only output, acts as a really nice mute switch. If you just click it up, I actually use that all of the time. You go up into piezo mode when you don't need the piezo, and you mute the guitar. You've got the Crunch Lab and Liquefier John Petrucci signature pickups from DiMarzio in the bridge and neck respectively. A really well-balanced set of pickups, beautiful tone, very expressive, and also very versatile. This guitar is not just for metal, as I was talking about earlier. And to show you guys that, I'm gonna play some very clean stuff. I'm gonna play some mid-gain stuff, which ironically I think is where this guitar really, really comes alive. And then of course, we'll get into some super high gain, classic John Petrucci, Dream Theater, big chunky riff stuff to hear that as well. All of these tones are coming from my Fractal Audio XFX 3. I'm going to be using mostly my factory preset John Petrucci rig, and then also I'll use the AC20 for the mid-gain sounds. Let's check this guitar out. So there you have it, the 20th anniversary edition John Petrucci signature from Ernie Ball Music Man. This is an absolutely beautiful instrument, the pinnacle of 20 years of innovation, of design, of tweaking, of constant work. And I think there's a really beautiful metaphor in this guitar, in this signature line, for all of us who are constantly trying to improve in whatever area, but since you're watching this, you're probably watching as a guitarist. The pursuit of an instrument is not one for perfection, because that's impossible, but it's the pursuit for something higher, something more than where we are now. And the fact that this instrument line, as beautiful as the very first JP6 was, has evolved into this and will continue to evolve as John Petrucci evolves as a player and as Ernie Ball Music Man evolves as a designer and a manufacturer and as engineers. There's something incredible there for all of us to take to heart, which is that even something this good, even a player as good as John Petrucci in 2001 can continue to evolve, can continue to improve up to where we are now in 2021, 20 years later with this stunning instrument. I highly recommend you guys check this out. If you are a fan of John Petrucci's signature line, of Ernie Ball Music Man, you would be hard pressed to pick up a better example of all of these years of innovative achievement than this guitar right here. It retails for $37.99 for the 6, $39.99 for the 7-string, and the 20th anniversary Majesty retails for $100 more across the board. Again, both guitars are being made in a very limited number just this year. They both come with an autographed certificate of authenticity, and like all Ernie Ball Music Man guitars, they ship in a really roadworthy hard case. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. Please do remember to thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell on my channel. And until next time, take care.